Rumi's curse is not random. It does not wake up because the story needs drama. It follows a pattern, and when you learn that pattern, the big moments stop being surprise and start being clockwork. The first rule is the easiest to miss because it looks like normal emotion. If Rumi's heart spikes too high or drops too low, the demon stirs. Not just anger, not just fear, joy can do it too. That is why her biggest smiles in the rehearsal room are cut fast in the teaser. A happy peak is still a peak. Her body does not care if the feeling is bright or dark. It only cares how strong it is. The second trigger is the blood sigil. You have seen it already. A thin red mark that shows up near props, stage sets, or even on paper. When that mark is close to her skin, the line on her wrist starts to light like a slow fuse. The third trigger is sound. There is a note in the track, only a few keys above the melody, that sets off a faint ring in the audio. When that note hits, her pupils tighten, and a faint rim of red grows around the iris. You do not need studio gear to catch it. Just watch the way she blinks half a beat late. The demon listens first, then it moves. A lot of fans repeat the idea that Rumi resets after a day. That is the 24-hour myth. It sounds neat, it sounds safe, it is wrong. The cooldown is not a timer, it is a bond. She settles faster when she is grounded by someone she trusts, and she burns longer when she is alone. Remember the rooftop scene where she sits with the team lead and the city hums under them? She laughs, the line on her wrist fades, and the camera pulls back. That is not time healing her. That is trust pulling the thread back into place. Flip it around and you can see the other side. When the group argues, the glow in her mark lingers for scenes, not minutes. A clock cannot predict that. A bond can. This is why the villain's offer of a cure is so dangerous. It breaks the bond on purpose and leaves her hot and empty, which makes the demon easier to call and harder to calm. Now watch the mark itself. It does not stay the same. In early shots, it looks like a hairline crack, as if someone scratched her skin with a dull blade. Later, it splits into thin lines that bend into shapes, small glyphs that look like letters, but they are not any alphabet we know. When she crosses the second trigger and the sound note hits, those little shapes move. They stop being random and start to form a ring. In one frame, if you slow it down, you can almost trace a half circle near her wrist bone. That is the path to the crown sigil, a full ring with points, like a small crown made of lines and tiny dots, hovering just under the skin. When the crown appears, the demon form is no longer a blur. It is ready to take shape. This is why the camera keeps cutting away each time the ring is almost complete. They are hiding the final step because the crown is the last lock before the door swings open. Many people call her bracelet a seal, like a lock that keeps the demon inside. It is not a seal, it is a meter. Think of it like a fuel gauge on a car. It does not stop the engine, it shows you how close you are to redline. When Rumi is calm, the bracelet looks like plain metal. When one trigger hits, a soft shimmer runs across it. When two triggers stack, say the blood sigil and the sound note, the shimmer turns into a steady glow you can see even under stage lights. At 3 triggers, the bracelet does something scary. It stops glowing and goes dark. That is the meter maxing out. There is nothing left to show because the system is full. Right after that, the camera will cut to her eyes or her hands. That is when you know the mask is thin and the form is pushing out. If you want to predict the transformation in Season 2, do not just watch her face, watch the bracelet. If it goes dark, the next thing you see will not be a smile. The way these rules fit together also explains the strange lag in her changes. People ask why she sometimes